Lydia had a question for us. Yeah, usually we call this segment the interview, but I actually think Lydia's got a good suggestion. Here
Lydia, what's up?
She said, "Hey guys, I'm a listener of your show. I love it. You're both great." Thank you, Lydia. I wanted to send a suggestion for the name, the interview. What about I Am Dying to Know?
Ooh.
And I thought, you know what? That's so much better than the interview.
I'm sorry. Are you finally
I will switch off the interview and switch it on to Adam and Wild and Jax. I am dying to know.
Dying to know. Dying to know.
You like that?
I love it.
I am dying to know. Because look, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna apply it to all of our questions that we have coming up here.
Okay, Lydia coming
So
through.
from Robert, I am dying to know, what is Jax doing for Pride?
Being alive and
Being
visible.
alive?
Yeah. No, I am.
It's a lot. Okay, can I just say, I'm gonna step on your answer here.
No, and
it's a lot being being gay at Pride when you have a little bit of a platform. Like what I mean by that is like the company you work for is often going to ask you to do a million pieces of content and, you know, right? Am I right?
No, you're completely right. And you've seen it firsthand. Usually I would, not so much in the past couple of years, but I would dread June because I would be so tired, and it would be tired in like a beautiful way because you get to celebrate, you know, Pride started as riot. Pride is about resistance. Pride is about many, many, many other things beyond partying. And you get to, you know, do some education around that and some like sharing of that. But it's also, as a queer person, especially when you're working for an organization or a company, you have to spread that word because, you know,
you're the representative.
You're the representative. And while you are authoritative on that voice, it also shouldn't go on queer people's shoulders. So companies, if you have queer and trans folk, maybe give them some extra time off and not make them work more. If that's fair to say.
Because that's what it becomes. It just becomes like a make-work project.
I think there's a lot of really good intention in that, being like,
of
you
course,
are the right.
Because we want to
exactly.
ask.
You know, and
I ask you shit all the time.
Yeah, and you do. And that is one beautiful thing that I love about you is that you do ask me, but you're so wrapped in like trepidation around it because you're like, I'm so sorry for asking this. No, ask. Because it's also, while it's not my job to educate, I also want folks to not be scared to ask me questions.
Right.
So then allies sometimes need help, right?
Yes.
Now this answer got about so many other things, but this Pride, I'm going to be away for half the month, and then I'm doing some Pride work with some, I guess, Pride Month work with some amazing organizations that I can't announce yet, but I'll have some videos out soon.
I can't wait.
And then actual Pride weekend, I think I may be going away. Because this city is chaos on Pride weekend. It's also Canada Day weekend, I think.
Yeah.
The same one.
I've heard that from some people where it's like you want to do some of the stuff around Pride, but when you've done the parade many, many times, sometimes you need a bit of a breather from it.
Yeah.
Not that you would never go back, but that it's like, because it is a lot of fun.
But it's
also a lot of energy expelled.
You're exhausted afterwards. It's a lot of fun. And also I'm seeing a bit of a shift because I'm sober. And Pride is different to me now. And Pride used to be there's a lot of cool sober spaces. I will give them shout outs to that they've made. But Pride looks different to me. And a lot of the queer community is unfortunately, and I think sometimes intentionally, like really immersed in substances, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how we get together a lot. But it's hard to see that much alcohol, and I'm fine around
I can imagine it is
that much, and that's so tied into celebration.
I think it's
I could
interesting.
do a whole other podcast.
Yeah,
on
you
this.
could.
Yeah.
You could. It's interesting to hear your answer on that, because like the thing about like being sober and going to any party like Christmas or someone's birthday or someone's wedding is what's the instant everybody's reaching for a drink first thing to get loosey goosey. And you're saying, well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, what kind of other things can I do? And I think that's interesting.
I can just, sometimes I get so crazy on Diet Cokes though, because I've been, you know, I can't drink alcohol, but I can drink Diet Coke, but sometimes I drink too many.
For people asking, we will be bringing Left on Red back.
Yes,
don't you worry.
We will.
It's coming back.
We've been wanting to say, but we got some hot odds coming for you.
What this is great. This is another one from I'm Dying to Know.
Love the new segment.
Ligzagenus, I think that's how you pronounce it, says, what's the first song you downloaded illegally? And I'm going to add a caveat onto that.
Ooh.
How long did it take? Because I remember it took me a long time to get the song I wanted.
I don't remember.
You don't remember? Do you remember what the service was? Were you original Napster?
It was Napster, but it was very quickly LimeWire.
Yeah, I was LimeWire and Kazaa.
Kazaa.
Yeah, do you remember Kazaa?
Yeah, I remember Kazaa.
Yeah.
Whoa, you know, like when like you have,
Did I hit you with something
yeah,
there?
you know when you have like your brain's like, oh, like I just glitched. Kazaa.
Yeah.
Kazaa. Oh, Kazaa.
I remember having, so I was obsessed with like rock at a young age, like older rock. So for me, it's sort of a lame answer. I bring them up every show, but it's not a lame answer. It's the best answer ever.
Def
It was
Leppard.
Running with the Devil from Van Halen. That was the first song. And it took me, because we had the slowest internet known to man. Whatever internet speeds were at the time, on that package, my parents had the slowest one. So it took over 24 hours
Stop.
to download Running with the Devil and a couple other songs as well. But it was the first song I downloaded, and it was like 26, 27 hours.
And
I remember playing it and going, oh my God, I
Yeah.
can't believe I got this free. And I had it on CD. Like I could have walked down the hall, put it in I had a CD player. I could have put it in that, but it was like, oh my God, I got this from the internet. And we didn't know that it was bad for artists. Maybe we did, but I was like 12. I don't know.
And do you remember the little player that would come up, the window MP3, like the
Yes, with the weird, like
Whoa,
trippy,
yeah, and you
whatever.
could put your own skin on it or whatever.
Yes.
Oh my God, like, yeah. But the thing was, I remember I had the music, but I didn't have a CD burner yet. So it was trapped in the
Oh.
computer. So then I had to go to Nikki Chisholm's house, and then she would burn me
I had the same
CDs.
thing. I didn't have a burner. So my buddy Derek used to burn. I used to send him a playlist.
Yes.
And it'd be like, here's what I want. And it would only be like, you could fit 17 or 18 songs depending
Yeah.
upon how much space the song. So if you had Stairway to Heaven, which is like a 7-minute song,
Yeah.
that's going to take up 2 track spots. So now you're down to 17 songs.
That's right. And it would like say how much.
Yes.
Oh
So
my
I would have to
God.
go and buy the CDs, and the CDs were crazy expensive. Do you
Yeah,
remember?
you'd
There
get
were
like
CDRs and CDRWs.
You get like a 4-pack, and it was like $37.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
The
like-
CDRWs were
Yeah.
crazy because you could reburn them.
Yeah.
The rewritables.
Yes. Yeah.
But the CDRs were cheaper. But even then, you were still buying a stack of them because you need like 30. And then you know what I used to carry around? I had that, those 5-star binders. I had a CD jacket.
Do you still have it? Does your mom have it?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where that would have gone. I had
Let's
2 of
ask
them.
her.
I had
Oh my
2
God,
of
we
them.
should ask her.
Monsters. They were huge. And
We should ask her.
Maybe I do. I don't
bet
know.
she doesn't. She doesn't.
I
your
throw a
mom-
lot of stuff out.
Yeah, I know you do, but your mom does she?
She's still got a bunch of CDs.
I'm gonna go into her
I remember
basement.
she had a back then, like this is kind of cool. We don't get to do this anymore. You could get records, tapes, CD player or CDs that were international, and you couldn't get them in North America. And so my mom had Led Zeppelin's Greatest Hits, but it was a Japanese version. And it was before
cool.
Led Zeppelin had released a Greatest Hits in North America. And so like I thought I was the cat's ass with this
The cat's
CD, and
pajamas.
it didn't even say Led Zeppelin on it. It just had a bunch of Japanese words. And I just knew that was my Led
Look how
Zeppelin
rare.
CD. It was
Cool.
rare. It was like a rare CD. I was
That's
like,
cool.
I thought I was so cool with my, oh yeah, you think you're a Led Zeppelin fan? Well, I've got their greatest hits from Japan, blah, blah, blah. Like
you're
it's just
not
such
a
a,
Zeppy.
Yeah, 100%.
Is that what
It's-
the fandom's called? Zeppies?
no, they don't have a fandom, and they don't have a name
if
for the
you're
fandom.
if Led Zeppelin fans are called Zeppies.
They're not called
Hey, hey, fellow Zeppy. Oh my God.
Okay, Gecko says, I'm dying to hear Adam guessing queer or lesbian terms for Pride Month. So are there any queer or lesbian terms you can give me that I have to try to define?
Oh my God, hang on.
Straight man
Okay.
tries to define queer words, and I'll see how right I am. I think this is a fun game, by the way. Anytime you have a game suggestion for us, feel free
We
to just
love
drop it in
games.
because I love a game. And I'm not great at coming up with them. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. It's funny because I actually had I was shooting a campaign with Steph last week, and I had to teach her a term that I thought everybody knew.
What was it?
Adam, what is a bear?
Oh, that's from what I understand, is a gay man who, like me, is a little hairy and oftentimes dressed up like my favorite band, Judas Priest, which
Yeah.
they actually got a bunch of inspiration from the gay community.
Yeah.
Judas Priest, lead singer's gay. And they're usually dressed up in like leather and like a policeman's cap or whatever. And they're just they're the big masculine men who like, you know, I think.
No, you're absolutely correct. I was going to say that you would be more like a cub.
I'd be a cub because I'm not like a bear. I'm not
but
built like a bear.
I think that there's, because I just saw on here that cub can't, you shouldn't confuse cub with otter as well because
What's an otter?
Well, I was going to say, but I also don't want to get it wrong because Yeah, let me see here.
This is great. I
yeah,
love
otters
this.
like
Little
okay.
education.
Oh yeah, no.
So there's a bear,
okay.
there's a cub, and there's an otter.
Yeah, so cub is like, like a smaller, younger version of a bear. And then otter is an athletic man with a good amount of fur to his name. So would you be more of a cub or an otter?
Well, I probably used to be an otter. I'm more of a cub now. I used to have an athletic frame.
You're oh my God, there's so many. A meerkat? Love this.
What is a meerkat?
Oh, I love this. Okay, a meerkat is an anxious, sassy gay.
Whoa.
Oh, I didn't know. Oh, this is Grindr.com. I guess we're getting there.
All right, what else we got? What else we got on Grindr?
Okay, what's a unicorn?
A colorful, vibrant dresser. Like somebody who dresses in like Joseph in the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
It's a bisexual person, primarily a woman who is happy to sleep with heterosexual couples.
Oh.
Like looking for someone, like we're looking for our unicorn.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
Okay, let me find some more slang. Hang on.
I learned another word last week, actually.
What?
Sapphic.
Yeah, sapphic.
What's sapphic?
I had never heard that before.
Explain sapphic. Happy Pride. You know what? I'm not doing the work. Explain. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gay. I'm tired.
Let the straights do it.
You know what? You guys tell me.
This is our month.
Yeah,
we got it.
yeah.
We'll take it from here.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
WLW, sapphic. What is it?
This is what ChatGPT says sapphic is. A poetic term referring to women who love women from Sappho, the ancient Greek poet.
Yeah, like there's like sapphic.
So instead of a lesbian, you're sapphic?
I guess so. Yeah, like you see a lot of like sapphic wine nights or like sapphic parties.
Yeah, like my friend went to a sapphic party. That's how she was telling me, and I'm like, what is
okay,
that?
so it'd be like, so it's just a very poetic Latin way of saying.
It's like a hot way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hot way.
I like that.
Yeah,
You want to have it elevated.
Okay, and finally, what's butch? Tell me about butch, Adam.
Is butch not the female version of, because it's always used in the term like a masculine presenting.
If somebody
lesbian.
identifies as butch, if they're like, I'm a butch, what are they saying?
First off, I usually assume that I associate that with lesbians most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And my assumption is always that it's like the lesbian version of a bear. So sort of bigger and
less hair, maybe.
Perhaps less hair.
Perhaps less hair.
Again, if you want to be cradled and taken care of in a big butch hug, it's like, there you go. Like, it's sort of like, that's, some people really like that when somebody's bigger than them. And it's like, you can cuddle me and protect me and, that sort of thing. Am I right? Am I wrong on that?
No, you're Adam, like, I will say, you're a great ally. You always have been. You always have been. I will say that because of also like your mom was surrounded by a lot of like, gay men work. Yeah. But you are ahead of most straight cis men. And I love you for it.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, you got this one right. A person who identifies themselves as masculine, whether it be physically, mentally, or emotionally. Butch is sometimes used as a derogatory term for lesbians, but it can be claimed as an affirmative identity label.
Because that's always how I assumed that it was. Like growing up, obviously you hear, oh, it's a butch, lesbian, whatever, and it's said in a derogatory way. And then now, as an adult, all I've heard is that they've taken it back.
It's like the word dyke, like
and
take
I
it
love
back.
that.
Take it back.
And by the way, for the people that don't know, and one of our most famous bits ever was this, the Hey Mamas. Tell people again what a Hey Mama is, because it is one of my favorite things.
Adam loves Hey Mamas.
I love Hey Mamas
He
now.
loves Hey Mamas.
And I didn't know what it was.
Hey Mamas are like the TikTokers who are like, hey, they do a lot of this. And it's pretty cringe.
And,
most
there's
of the
a lot
time
of
it's
mouth
real.
thing. There's that.
Like, yeah, Adam can do it. Adam can do it better than me.
And there's usually like Kylie Minogue's playing in the background, something like that.
Don't. It's not. Don't bring Kylie into this.
Okay, well, who is it then?
I don't know. It's like some like country song.
Yeah.
It's some country
funny.
song. I think that a Hey Mama would take good care of you.
I think I'd be. You know what? They always are dressed perfect. Like they're crazy how good they dress. Now, a couple more comments. Yes. What do you have?
I just was thinking about you being held by a Hey Mama.
No. Oh, I would love to be held.
Like a baby.
I would love to be held.
Okay.
All right. Sarah says this. Adam and Jax, you always fill my cup.
Thank
I laugh
you.
like an idiot on my walk
Thank
to work
you.
listening to you. I am in Ontario, a transplant, moved to Nova Scotia.
Hi.
I am, an Ontarian transplant
Uh-oh.
who moved to Nova Scotia. Hey, man.
I'm just kidding. We love
I
you.
am so jealous. And I'm curious about your thoughts of Sullivan's Crossing. It's a Hallmark series meets Virgin River-esque. Scenery of Nova Scotia is stunning. Chad Michael Murray, aka Lucas Scott, is a thirst trap in it. Love you both. And what I love about this is we have a direct Chad Michael Murray story because of that show.
We do have a Chad Michael Murray story. He came, we were just almost finished up, I think, right?
At Virgin Radio. Yeah.
Sullivan's Crossing was in season 1.
Mhm.
And Chad Michael Murray, who I
You loved.
love still, came in. We did press with him. And because they film it, like he loves Nova Scotia. I think his kid plays hockey when he's shooting there. He's always around Nova Scotia. We had him in. And he's so chill. Like, how would you describe
Very
him?
fun,
He's so
chill guy. I mean, it was early in the morning too, but yeah, he was chill. But you did a video with him afterwards.
I did, yeah.
And all you asked him to do, we'll feature it in this because it's hilarious.
He was so nice.
All you asked him to do was hold you.
Yep.
And he said yes.
I said, listen, I've got kind of, scraps of an idea here.
This is crazy.
And I was just thinking that you could just kind of hold me. Like, we're at prom. And he said, absolutely. And I don't know if it was the fact that it was in the morning or that I was Nova Scotian that got him to do it. But he didn't just hold me. We were together.
You were together.
Yeah.
It was intimate.
It was
very sweet.
He's so nice. He is one of the nicest people, that works in the industry that I've probably ever met. And if I see him again, I actually want to get him to do a cooking show with me.
That's a great idea.
Like an East Coast cooking segment.
I think he's embarrassed by it, but he is really, truly that handsome too. He's a good looking boy.
He's so hot.
Like, you're like, wow, okay.
happy Pride, I don't know.
There's people that were like 10 out of 10 in high school, and then there's people that are 10 out of 10 in life. And I think he won the life lottery on that one.
When you see them in real life, you're like, how?
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, well, that's great.
Wait, I have to give you one more quick update before we let go.
Okay.
Before we let go.
We're not letting go.
Before we end things, because speaking of Nova Scotia, we got an update from the soccer team.
Woo! Now, if you don't know this, Jax got an email asking for a soccer team sponsorship in Dartmouth.
Yeah.
And so she sent them $300.
No, I didn't. It wasn't that much money, but no,
Okay.
they asked if we wanted to be part of an auction and send them a video. And then I said, can we give you money. They need money, okay? Videos don't put jerseys on people's backs. Anyways, John, Captain John, that's what I'll call him. We've been talking lots, and his son plays on the team, the really good team. He sent me an email saying that they're doing very good. He said, big game coming up this Saturday with the return of Onyx, his son, who received a red card. I don't know what that means, but he was
means you're
suspended
booted from the next game
for 2 games.
Yep.
He said, we are still sitting in first place, working hard and killing it on the pitch. Go team. Keep your fingers, toes, and whatever crossed for them. We've played 6 games. I think this was from last week. So hopefully they won on Saturday.
They're undefeated.
Let's
go. You supported a winner.
Let's go.
We only get behind winners.
We supported a winner, and I heard that they're the best team in the nation.
That's what I hear too.
That's what I heard.
Wow.
And they said, I've been asked a few times from the team and the parents if you'll be attending a game this summer. I will be attending.
Are you going to go?
I
can't
yeah.
wait. I can't wait. You're going out there.
I'm going to go to a game. I don't know when, but when I'm home this summer, I'm going to go see the soccer action on the
It's
pitch.
in Dartmouth, right?
Yeah.
Love it.
I gotta I can't go.
We gotta
alone.
make these guys famous. This is awesome.
No, they're gonna make us famous because they're so good. We're riding on their coattails.
So we will see you next week. And by the way, Jax will be from London,
live from Hackney.
I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
We have one more thing.
Oh.
What do you guys recommend?
Oh, the recommendations.
Amy Poehler podcast.
You love it.
Good hang. My God, it's so good. I love her. Yeah, it's incredible.
This week, what am I going to recommend? I am currently, I'll just tell you what I'm currently reading, which is the nerdiest thing in the world. I'm reading a Star Wars book, literally reading a Star Wars book. And it is, I don't know how I ever reproduce. It's called Catalyst. And it is about Orson Krennic and the creation of the Death Star for anybody who cares. And Galen Erso too. Rogue One. You guys know.
Rogue.
That's my recommendation.
Rogue 5.
Okay, we'll see you next week.